Connor Bedard seems like an unbelievably humble kid. We all remember the famous interview, I don't want to talk about myself, I want to talk about this team, and he's done that countless times where he's deferred to, hey, let's not make this about me, let's make this about the team. Here's the thing though, Connor, when you're that good, it's going to be about you. And I was listening to 32 Thoughts, as I do every time they release a new podcast, and they were mentioning that while Connor Bedard did eventually accept to be the Blackhawks representative at the NHL Player Tour, he was really reluctant about doing that simply because he hasn't played a single game in the league yet. And I get that. He's technically not even officially a Chicago Blackhawk yet, and he's already like the face of the franchise. But Elliot and Jeff talked about it, and it was even like the first question he got yesterday in his interview. He must be dying to just go out and play a hockey game, man. I mean, all this fluff, all this hype, and all these questions, and all this stuff he has to do apart from playing a hockey game that relies on him playing hockey games. It must be so painful, dude. And like I said, he's extremely humble. I'm sure he's taking in the experience while I'm in the NHL. This is what comes with it. I gotta get used to this. I'm sure he's not being a diva about it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, similar to Elliot and Jeff and the reporters in Chicago yesterday, this kid has to be dying to lace up the skates and play a game and just quiet all the talk. And don't forget, yes, it was painful at the draft when he had to kind of pretend like he didn't know if the Blackhawks were going to pick him or not. And even before that, people asking him probably about his first NHL game for the past 3, 4, 5 years plus. And then he finally gets drafted by the team and then has to answer questions about his first NHL game and first NHL season for months before he actually gets to step into it. I would be going crazy if I was him, especially with all this stuff about like, oh, Bedard's going to get 100 points, he's going to win Rookie of the Year, he's going to be in the Hart Trophy conversation. Some people even talking about how Bedard could be captain in his rookie season, which is ridiculous. But that stuff on top of everything else must be absolute torture for the kid who, again, hasn't done anything at the NHL level to prove himself, and that's probably all he wants to do. Not to mention, his first game is against his childhood idol, Sidney Crosby. So if he wasn't already chomping at the bit, dude, honestly, I feel bad for the kid that it seems like this is taking forever and he has to deal with it daily. Like, obviously, I don't feel too bad for him. I mean, he's going to be an NHL superstar, face of the franchise of an original six team who's going to make a boatload of money. So, hey, I don't feel too bad, but still, man, I mean, let the kid just play a game. October can't come soon enough here. Even for us fans, it feels like it's taking forever. Imagine being a kid who gets asked about your first NHL game for years. But I just wanted to talk about this because you can almost see the pain in his eyes when people ask him about it. Like, man, I want nothing more than to play this game. I cannot wait for that first night where we get to see Chicago-Pittsburgh. You can bet I'm tuning into that one. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.